Turn the headset on, fool. Hold on. I don't have that source in here. So add audio source, audio input capture. Yes, add source. Headset capture, add source. Hey, there we go. You can hear me. Oh, I got an echo. But I know you can hear me with a delay. That's not, there I go, man. I had those all fixed. Hold on. Let me get into, there's two things. Sending you audio. That's that one. Can you hear me now? Oh, still echo. Oh, one of them's headset capture. Hold on. Can you hear me now? You can hear me now, but there's no echo. The echo's gone, right, Raven? I can't hear myself on my own headset. So the monitor was creating a loop, me monitoring my own voice. But I'm seeing my little bar go up and down. So I think I'm talking to you. I'm constantly changing stuff, guys. I'm never happy. It's always got to be better. I'm just that guy. I'm never going to be happy. I'm also the guy that's never going to remember my freaking credit card's 3-digit number, or am I? What? Oh, wrong number. I think it's this. It's a brand new credit card, too. Raven, are you there? Hello. Hold on. Confirm. Yeah, that's not the right 3-digit code. No echo, not synced, delayed. Okay, that I can fix with a couple button pushes. Let me go grab my wallet real quick, though. I switched out the cameras. So, like, if I switch cameras back, the audio will match my mouth because I've got, like, a 1.2 second delay in the other camera. But I know how to fix that this time. It took me, like, 3 hours to figure it out the other day. But I need to pay for X Premium because it's my ambition here. Oh, I went in the other room to get my wallet. It's in my pocket. Have you seen that? That's Martin Short and Steve Martin freaking commercial. Could you pay for this? My wallet's all the way back there. I love that. That's funny. Man, I remember it was an engine size of an engine that I think's a good engine. And we're not going to play guess which engine Don thought was a good engine that happens to be his 3-digit code on his credit card. Use window hello instead of CVC. No, let's not do that. I'm not giving Microsoft my face just because. Your phone number is invalid. My phone number is not invalid. You have the right phone number. Do I need to have a +1 in front of that? +1. Hey, look at that. Now it's a valid phone number. Yeah, you already had that. United States. Address is that. Now subscribe. Now can you remember me? Processing. And then. We're going to do a little, we're doing some politicking today, Raven. One more step before you're done. I am a human. Oh my God, I'm a human that's not going to be able to figure that puzzle out. Please click on the entity that does not repeat. These are not freaking Okay. We're going to say just that one. Please click on the entity that does not repeat. These are intelligence chests, man. I could be verified. I could be, hey, I passed the Twitter intelligence chest. Yeah. You're all set. Continue. Okay. Prepare a government-issued ID. ID verification optional. Prepare a government. Check if your device's camera is uncovered and working. I did. You did. Oh, can we do this later? All right. I won't have Twitter X up this time. I haven't had it before, so there's that. Ready to see your member benefits? No, I'm not. I don't want to do any of this stuff. Man, I just wanted to give you money, have the stream broadcast. KYC. Yeah. After you take my money. Oh, know your customer. Well, you didn't need to know me before you took my money. You want to know me after. Maybe I don't want to, maybe I want to be a little mild-mannered spammer. You missed it the other day, Raven, or were you part of the 3 hours where I had the two little trolls in here? It seemed like the Hillary campaign was coming back after me from 2016. They talk like the same Green Party people that was secretly working for Hillary, but when they were attacking me as the National Deputy Chief of Staff, this is before I started becoming a gaming guru thing. They were coming after me because I was the National Deputy Chief of Staff of Veterans and Foreign Wars. And they were talking just like that. So what I need to do is scooch a bit. Am I scooching the wrong way? Scooching the wrong way. I need to scooch a bit. Twist my camera just a touch. All right. Pretend like that big light in the corner isn't there. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, this was... I didn't do any voice stuff. I didn't do any YouTube stuff back then. My YouTube account's older than that. That's what confuses people. My YouTube account's from 2007. I had a YouTube account when it was a private company that said, hey, you know what? I think we should make a place for people to put videos. And then Google bought them right after Google bought a phone company. So Google had bandwidth nationwide, and no one could compete with Google putting video up because they just used their own spare bandwidth. Then we got the, what was it called when you had to, they wanted to enforce fair use of the internet, and they had everybody convinced it meant, that they would be able to watch all the porn they wanted to watch. And basically what Google was trying to do was trick everybody into paying more for their internet access, and then a percentage of that was required to be given by the internet companies that you bought your internet access for. Well, then YouTube stuff was now free, and Facebook stuff was now free. What we used to call the FANG: Facebook, Amazon, Netflix, and Google. We're trying to trick everybody into thinking they had open access to the internet, but it really wasn't. It was them trying to get the users to pay for their bandwidth. Which I'm not opposed to. It's just tell people that that's what you want them to do, is you want them to pay for your bandwidth. Let's see if I can make that little green light go away. Right click, and we are going to go to my filters. Edit the filters. Chroma key. There's a little bit of it gone. And there's a lot more of it gone. Ooh, that's terrible. Alright, so let's go similarity. Hey, look at that. That's better. Bleaches me out a little bit. Hold on. Yeah. With the lights I have in here, it's a compromise, man, about whether I'm going to look really, really pink, but the black screen's going to look good behind me. Yeah, so you just got to find that fine line where you can make that work. until we get the studio. That's one of the reasons we need the studio is I need more distance between the camera and the green screen so that I can put bigger diffused lights up on the green screen and light the green screen from the back. I have a cotton green screen, which is a premium green screen, but the reason it's a premium green screen is you're supposed to have enough space in your studio to light it from the front and the back, and then you can do true color on it. I was trying to do the best that I can do for everything, and I didn't realize at the time that when I headed down that better and best path, you know, you always know it's going to cost more than normal, but you just don't know how much more. There we go. That does look good. That looks smooth, right? I like that. I'm sending good info out there. You know what I don't know is I don't know what YouTube thinks of me. So I got into this. Let me get into YouTube. YouTube was hating on me the other day. Yeah, because I wasn't sending enough keyframes. I didn't even know what a keyframe was. Now I know what a keyframe is. I went to my learning. Hey, you're my only YouTube viewer. But if I go, oh no, you're not. Holy crap! There's a bunch of people in there. Suggestion: excellent. The audio stream currently bitrate is lower than the recommended bitrate. We recommend that you use an audio bitstream band. Oh, that's my audio. Oh, see, hold on. Content. Audio 5.1. I don't know if I can change that during the stream. 48 kilohertz. I cannot. Let's go to output. And yeah, I can't change that during the stream. So I wanted to change that the other day, and I didn't know if YouTube would throw a fit about it. So I'm sending over 5.1 Dolby audio. I'm sending over kick-ass audio sound. So anybody that's got a normal good speaker and stuff in there, they're getting the stuff. And then I listen back, you know, as my vocal cords have gotten more fused, which is what causes that cough. You know, my voice sounds good still. I still should get all the girls going, man, your voice sounds great. You know, I got that sexy voice. Yeah. What rabbit hole we're going down? I forgot what I was talking about, Raven. You got to remember, man, I'm like a freaking Swiss cheese on the brain now. I got long-term memories from hell. My short-term memory, I don't even know what we were talking about 2 minutes ago. I got to pay attention to what you're doing. Who else just jumped into the YouTube? Oh, looky there. I got that number up there at the top. So at the top of your screen. Oh, the delay. Oh, my gosh. Good thing. Good rabbit hole to go down on the delay. Hold on. There we go. Frames per second, 60. Oh, wait a minute. What I needed to do was go down to filters. And then we're going to go edit filters. And then I'm going to put a render delay in there. You know what I need to do is I need to look at my other render delay, see where I wound up setting that at. Filters, because it might be the same. Render delay was 250. Close. Edit. Oh, nope, close. Right click. Edit filters. Delay. We'll start it at 250 and see what happens. 250. Close. All right. What do we think? Oh, that's getting close. Second coffee refill. Hey, I'll tell you a good story about the coffee, man, when you get back. I took my dog for a cup of coffee. She drank a half a cup. Yeah. What do we got there? Burrito. Burn slots, man. Classic brain dead right wing. Oh, man. Burn, I am so glad you're here. Did I give you a subscription last time? Hold on. We got a new camera. Raven was complaining about the... Alright, so the clap sound should happen at the same time that the lines show up. So that's what this is for. That's why this is a clapperboard. You know, I wound up buying this for $13 on Amazon because, frankly, going woohoo woohoo at the video, people thought I was crazy. You could have got away with that right wing comment back then, man. Is my clapperboard sliding out? Or was there something else glued on the end that's now not there? Oh no, it's sliding out. There we go. Brain dead right wingers. Why are we brain dead, man? Can you back it up? I got Swiss cheese holes. What did I do? Did I touch my camera? What did I do? Well, we'll leave it like that. We'll leave it like that because sometimes the dog comes in there and sits in the other chair. Man, I was gonna talk about Kamala today. You'll love this, Burn, because Kamala is so wonderful, and she knows so much foreign policy. Because Ukraine is in Europe, and there's this Russian country right next to it, but they're bigger. And they invaded Ukraine, and that's bad. I learned all that from Kamala. So I learned from the left-wingers there, Burn. Well, now I got the little thing up at the top that shows the number of YouTubers and the Twitchers so that you know you're not alone, even though you're on different platforms. Okay, so the Facebook is giving me grief. It's not showing you an X count because I got to go in there and reboot the stream. Best borders are ever. She wasn't official. I'll defend her. She wasn't officially the border czar. She took over the job that Biden had as vice president, which was, according to Barack Obama, don't ever underestimate the ability of Joe Biden to fuck things up, quote unquote. Did I get it right, Burn? Did I quote the God of all Democrats right about Joe Biden? Don't ever underestimate the ability for Joe Biden to fuck things up. Why am I asking you this question, DJ? What question, man? We're just here to have fun, man. The Twitch guys are kind of bigger trolls than the YouTube guys, just so you know. I noticed that the last time I did this stream on the deal. I split the screen up a little better, and I'm about to blow the chat up just a little bit, just because I think it'll be better for you guys to read. I'm trying to make this good to read. When she asked about the border. Why are you asking me? I don't remember that. Why are you asking? Oh, that's right. But you've never been down the border. Why? What you said. It says, well, I've never been to Europe either. Why are you asking me these questions? It's like, lady, no one asked you about if you've ever been to Europe. It's like, you've been to but the right was calling her the border czar. But she was never labeled by Joe Biden as the border czar. The czars are technically illegal anyway. That's a way of getting around the Senate. What I wanted to talk about, and this will really set Burn off. Burn's about to go fucking nuts. Okay? The 25th Amendment. Oh, we just lost some YouTubers. The 25th Amendment, the invocation of the 25th Amendment has never been done, but the 25th Amendment is invoked by the Vice President and half the cabinet that's certified by the Senate, right? So you had people that are certified by the Senate that they're not complete and utter shitheads in government, but the Senate's been rubber stamping whatever Looney Tune person gets put up in front of them, right or left. They've been letting them have. It's their cabinet, let them have it. That was the rules, right? Unless it's Donald Trump, then be a pain in their ass. So you had that going on. So half the cabinet is certified by the Senate, and that's part of the 25th Amendment. That's why they wrote that constitutional amendment that way, is it puts some inner accountability between the Senate, even though the executive branch, because they're with the person every day, is the one that's supposed to pull the trigger. So when they turn around and they say, hey, Congress needs to invoke the 25th Amendment, I'm going to tell you, the Congress can't. What the Congress needs to do is freaking pull Kamala Harris and Joe Biden out at the same time with impeachment for failure to invoke the 25th Amendment. Do we see the difference there? You knew he wasn't qualified to be the president, but you thought, we'll just do what we want, the boss isn't all here. That's not the way the government works. The executive is one brain, one guy, no matter how dumb he is, that's the guy. So you can call Trump dumb, you can call Biden dumb, doesn't matter. Whoever the elected dumb guy is, he's the one guy who gets to make dumb decisions. You don't get to do it by committee. And the 25th Amendment has been failed to be invoked by people who knew he couldn't do the job. That would be Kamala, and that would be half the cabinet. So which half of the cabinet should they impeach? I say invoke. I say go through the list and see how many people have seen the president on a daily basis. And whoever's seen him the most on the top half, impeach that half. You guys knew more. You knew better. But the truth of the matter is, it's coming out. No one ever got to see Joe Biden. Nobody did. So that's starting to come out and come to the top. No one ever got to see him. So that might even be hard to invoke that failure to invoke the 25th Amendment, which is what they should be doing. You know what we need to do? We need to put this stream on my LinkedIn, because I have about 550 politicians that follow me on LinkedIn. I don't know if you can stream directly to LinkedIn. I've never looked. I don't think I could do lives on there, but I could put the aftermath stream on there. Because there's a bunch of politicians who need to understand that that's... I don't know where these legal scholars are coming from, but it's half the cabinet and the vice president that invokes the 25th Amendment. So if Kamala's unwilling to do it and she knows he's been brain dead for a while, she failed to do her job. Impeach her for that right now. And then you're going to jump right back to the head of the Congress going being the next president, and then we're going to have the most boring guy I've ever heard talk, Mr. Johnson, become the president. Yeah, he's been MIA most of the presidency. That's no one in this. They've been asking around. Did you know? Did you know? Did you know? And everybody's like, well, no one lets us talk to him. We're not there. These high-level meetings are always chief of staff. It's never the president. He's the best guy ever. He's doing cartwheels down the hallways. You just weren't looking when he did the cartwheels down the hallway. You guys are so mean to him. And like most of us saying, we think this is elderly abuse. You grab some guy, there's no different than this than taking somebody's grandpa down to the bank to sign over his house. Only you did it at a federal level. If you don't think taking grandpa down to sign his house over is the same as turning around and squeezing from AIDS. Remember the budget fight between the numbnuts I hate on the right. Paul Ryan's kissing cousin from California. The one they booted out the first time. right? And he come back with that deal like, I just saved us $2 trillion by saying that they can spend $100 million at a time without permission. They're just going to make up a new program every 5 minutes that spends $100 million. And that's what the White House did. That's why they're spending $1 trillion every 90 days, is because it takes that long to do the paperwork, $100 million at a time. They don't have to ask Congress for any money anymore. They've got an open checkbook. $100 million is a lot of money, especially when it goes to programs like teaching shrimp to run on a treadmill run by your favorite Democratic leader who happens to buy ads in the local dog catcher race. Vote Democrat or we'll let your dogs out. But I hope... See, I wanted to get some... I mean, what does anybody think about my rational or unrational reasoning here? What's this chat? What's this chat? Is it going to make me... Oh, okay. Never mind. Right? So, guys, if you have an Amazon Prime account, it's on my thing, right? So twitch.tv/GunMuse. Go use your freaking... oops, don't do that. Where am I going? Okay. Go use your pin message, your Amazon account to subscribe for free to my Twitch. All right. And what I'm doing with that money is I'm re-spending that money on other YouTubers like Creep and a whole bunch of guys I used to YouTube with. They used to support me as a team member on the Guns of Glory feed. Or they got their own stuff going. The delays are still there. Well, I can make it work. I can make it better. Is it better or worse or? Let me know. Hold on. Test. It's a micro delay now, so I'm in the fine tuning. Hold on. You weren't there when I ran the clapper board, right? You weren't there on the clapper board. Hold on. Is the sound before or after the lines? Get a Twitch account. Right, but you can, if you got an Amazon Prime account, subscribing to somebody on Twitch is free. And then, for those that weren't there when I did it earlier, I was signing into my X account. My premium X account, I pay an extra $7 a month, and you're not supposed to see any ads. So, we can watch the YouTube stuff without. So, the click is after. Or I may have put too much delay in it then. Brio, right? And then it's filters, edit filters, render delay. Let's do 220. Close. All right, close. All right, how's that looking? Is that better? Yeah, I just took 30 milliseconds out. It's not much of a delay that I'm moving around at. It's less than you think it is when you're tuning it. What I needed to do was take my clapper board out and record it with my camera, and then play back the recording, and then make the adjustments by hand. Yeah, that's what that clapper board's for. It's really for when you have a separate audio system from your main audio system. A lot closer, still slow. Okay, hold on. We'll move it some more. Filters. Holy crap. I have no clue how I found that. There's a whole new page here I found back, so I got to remember how to get back to that. Filters, edit filters, render delay. Let's go to let's go to 190. You know, 190 used to be my old camera delay with my old. What I got is one of these new Brio 4K cameras from at least you know your lips move while while audio's running, right? Yeah, I got a new Brio. I think there's still a delay in there. I don't know. Hold on. Get the camera. I'm still hearing the sound before the video. What do you think? I think I'm still hearing the sound before the video. So close? Well, we'll move it. We'll move it just a little bit more. I want to move it to 150 milliseconds. You know what? You might be dead on in that half a second. Because I started out with 250 milliseconds of delay. I'm going to go to, that last one was 190. I'm going to go to 135, just out of randomness, right? Okay, so 135. Lines before the audio. So I'm delaying the video is what I'm doing. We'll do all that. We're just, everybody else like, what the hell are we doing on here? After this, we're just going to have to drink more beer and live with it until I fix it later. Still after, but close. It's still a lot closer. Little bit. Oh man, I thought we were going to drink more beer and leave this alone. Okay, filters. I know you guys want things to be right. How about this? How about I go to 75 milliseconds? Close. Which is about web delay there. How close do you think that is? Oh, hold on, let me get my clapper out. We got to do the clapper thing. We got to be close on this, right? Yeah. And then. So my only thing, you know what? Drew was supposed to be waking up to play video games right now. They last time they go, you know what happened? We got onto the game thing and then we all talked politics for 3 hours. I don't know if he's full of shit. Yeah. Because the goal here is when we start talking politics in the gaming platform, we kick over to my stream. Hold on, I'm texting Europe now. Europe needs to wake up. It's midnight in Europe. Midnight in there now. Am I still off from the last time we adjusted? Drink beer better. You don't notice it as much. Most people don't even look at the video anyway. But since I put the chat, the combined chat up there, they do pay attention to that a little bit because they want to see what I'm responding to from the other stream. But our Twitch guy feels lonely right now. He can't phone a friend to get some help to beat me up. What was his name? Hold on, I can't go back. I can't look at that. Top chat. First of all, let's go to live chat on YouTube. And then I hate it when it defaults to top chat. Then the other thing that's for bringing the people in there, I switched categories, guys, this time. I did not let it go into the default Guns Glory category because I do pick up 10 to 20 visitors, viewers that are on the live on that, and then they just want to stay around and bullshit anyway. But I need to start the new stream standing on its own two legs. How do you want to go live? Wait a minute, I'm already live. What the hell? Public news and politics, restrictions, none. Playlist. Can I get into... What's my playlist? Man, I forgot all my playlists. Holy crap, I got a lot of playlists. You know what? I'm going to put it in events. Done. Made for kids. Oh, hell no. Age restriction. No, don't restrict my video to viewers over 18 only. Yeah, it's just not made for kids. It's not like I'm going to do helicopters with my pants down around here. The burns a lot. Oh, yeah, he thought he was going to troll. I think he ran away. Pro troll is no pro around me, right? Can fight these guys with half my brain behind my back. And I might have to just because of the Swiss cheese from the frickin' altar. Do any of the following describe your content? Makes a real person appear or say to do something they didn't do. You know, I would guarantee. Well, Kamala didn't say that. Yeah, she did. I didn't make her appear to not say that. And you know what? I'm digging through my old hard drives because I got these 2 new computers, and for some reason I'm having a problem moving my content from my old hard drive to my new hard drive. It's not bringing up my videos and stuff that I had. Because I had the original video when they threw Hillary Clinton in the van like a sack of potatoes, and not the one they edited later where there was suddenly a 7-foot-tall Chinese Secret Service guy that blocked the view of her getting thrown into the van like a sack of potatoes. I had the original one, and I copied it off a Russian website before it got torn down. Okay, RNC, DNC, enter a comma between each tag, comma, DNC, dink, cupcakes, dink, yeah, GunMuse, dink, because GunMuse is a popular keyword search on YouTube. It's amazing how many times a day I get searched for by name on YouTube. Yeah, and then they go, these videos are old. Could you redo your video? I do not redo Guns of Glory videos. My sole goal these days is to not help China make money. We got another Twitch user. Did you find a friend? Burns a lot. You know, multi-stream. I want to see that. Streams and chat or read. Okay, so I'm going to get this to blend the multi-stream. There's that. Man, I just got you guys to start coming in here. Well, I appreciate the likes, guys. I don't think likes help anybody on YouTube, by the way. The math does not support it. My like to viewer ratios does not increase the number of times I wind up in the search listings. My search quality penetration increases that. Oh, you're the new Twitch. Yeah, we'll go on to Twitch and act like a raving lunatic, a leftist, and then come back over here and act like a right-winger and start arguing with yourself. That's fun. I don't do that, but it's fun. We're trying to get Zoe. Zoe's one of the ones in Guns of Glory we used to play with. That's the girl that Creek moved in with. I mean, that guy went from Georgia to England to move in with a girl that he met in Guns of Glory. Come on, how cool is that? It was cool until she realized he stayed up all night playing games. But I could have told her that. All she had to do was ask. It's like, don't you ever stop playing games? Like, no, that's all I do. And then I don't have any of the fun stuff in this full screen. Hold on, let me add a source there. Add a source. Generate stuff. Stream charity donations. Apps. Nerd or die scene? What the hell is that? Example widget. Stream social. I don't know what that is either. And I've been trying to work this chat highlights to where I can pick a chat and discuss that as a topic. I can't figure out how to do that. I pay for it. I just don't know how it works. General widgets, apps. What do we got here? Apps doesn't mean more widgets. Alert box. Stream boss credits. Super chat goal. I never have a super chat goal, but I don't even think I got that set up for you guys. Edit. Streaming popular news, politics, playlists. Upload a thumbnail. I cannot find my thumbnails. That is driving me nuts. That I have lost all that artwork. I haven't replaced the computer. English. Record date is today. Alright. Stream locations, license, standard licensing. Sort by right. And then customization. Participation mode. Anyone, subscribers, live chat. Hey, here's a question for you YouTube guys. Do you see a way for you to give money? Did they just turn it on forever and don't give me the option anymore to turn off whether or not you are capable of giving me money? Because sometimes I don't want it. Yeah. Today we want it. We want all the money you got to give. We're going to make good use of it. Lucky cat. I know, buddy. Your little dog snarl there. Are we kidding me? Oh. Oh, yeah. Okay, so I can't find it. Samurai Fun has just subscribed. Well, add that source. Add source. Let's go to the alert box. It's right there. Visible in both stream and recording. Wow, it's funny to scroll down through here and see somebody did this 4 hours ago, 2 hours ago, and then you get down there and all of a sudden it's like 2 years ago, 3 years ago. Hi. Do you need to make your debut? Yeah, I don't see any ability to turn it on the stream either. Hey. That's too much, girlfriend. All right, use your chair. There you go. You got your own gaming chair. For those who are not aware, Pepper here has her own gaming chair. And if your dog doesn't have their own gaming chair, You're just not spoiling your dog enough. She likes my chair. My chair's a little softer than hers. Like, I'm going to go sit out there. Oh, my God. What were you eating? That stinks. I feel like I need a shower. Live stream. Details. See, there used to be a thing in here that said monetization. And I don't see paid promotions. This stream contains paid promotions. I see that. Altered content. Automatic chapters, sure. Did Google take my ability to make money away? Well, hell. Google thinks I died too. Yeah, I don't even see a button in here to turn it on. Which makes me think I got to go re-earn some of the stuff I hit. Oh well. It's not that I care about it. It's just like I said, I just noticed it was missing. So, because I used to go in there and set that stuff up. I still get checks from YouTube. I just hadn't made videos in forever. I still get a freaking royalty check from them every month. I make good money from my old Guns of Glory stuff. Makes me wonder if they didn't turn around and say, you know what, we're just going to take that from them. I got a letter in the mail from Discount Tire. I had a credit card with Discount Tire 10 years ago. And then I'd overpaid it because I kept forgetting to send the check, so I just overpaid them when I paid it off. So there was like an extra $150 on the account. And I thought, well, I was driving four different cars at the time. I was like, well, I'll get it back when I go in and get another set of tires, right? And they canceled the card on me when COVID hit. They just flat out, everybody's broke. You can't have the ability to go buy tires on credit. You know, they just canceled it without warning. I'm like, how do you cancel a card on a guy's account is overpaid? And then I argued about it, and they sent me a check to cover the difference. Then I get a letter in the mail that says that Discount, whoever the parent money company was, they still owe you $94. And if you don't contact us in 30 days, we're going to give it to the state of New Mexico is going to declare it unclaimed funds, and they're going to take it. And I'm like, why does the state of New Mexico think they get to access an account that's my name and it's my money? That's not. I didn't violate the law. You can't just take my money. You can call it whatever you want, but it's, how about we call it my account and my money, not my unclaimed money. It's not my argument with the private companies. None of the state of New Mexico's business, unless they want to go, hey, how come you let him how come you don't let him get his credit on his tires? I just bought $2,000 worth of tires from Discount Tire too. It's $2,000 to replace the tires on my truck. Yeah, you have to give money to me on Twitch. We'll just start promoting Twitch over there all the time there, YouTube, because you're sticking it in my ass on getting money on YouTube, where I have gotten it for 6 years. That doesn't sound smart, but hey, let's do that. Yeah. Way more money on Twitch anyway. YouTube's way down in the hole. All the Chinese-owned websites pay more money. Just saying. And I'm not opposed to getting money out of China. I just hate sending money to China. There's that. Well, that was terrible. Alert box. How about we right click on that alert box and we transform. That's the word I'm looking for. Transform. Can I not transform the alert box? There we go. Transform. Fit to screen. There's that. And then do me a favor repeating that last alert. Hey, look at there. That's much sexier. All right. There we go. Unlawful went nuts in there the other night, freaking giving up bits. He went and bought bits, gave bits. All right. I see 2 people on the Twitch. Hold on, let me go look. I got to bring my Twitch up. The video download was canceled. What do you mean the video download was canceled? Freaking go to GunMuse. And then, oh, this is where I had an echo the other day. So, do we mute? Okay, mute the site. The video download was canceled. Please try again. What the hell? Manage your sub. Oh my God, what do we got here? Raven's probably the extra person on there. How come I can never see who's in here? Am I not logged in? I am logged in. Chat. All right. I'm terrible at chat. Yeah, there's all that. Look at all that stuff that I got on my. Pin this message. Okay. Still see the video feed? You still see it though, right? Yeah. I don't. It's telling me something weird. It says click here to reload the player. So let's click here to reload the player. Now I see the feed. I even see where it says you still see it, and then it dies. What little bit of feed I saw was blurry as hell. I hope that's not what people see. That's not what I send them. I have spent some serious money. I got Elon Musk in my back pocket giving me kick-ass bandwidth on the new Starlink system. That is not a paid promotion. That is just, I am fucking happy. For those gamers out there. So it says I'm sending 720p and not 1080p. So there we got some. I told it to watch it in 720p. Now it's working. And that's much clearer video. Okay. That's how you do that. Yeah, there's a lot of people. I'll tell you, I had a problem myself with Twitch, with the local company for the internet. It was always frame buffering. I couldn't stop it from frame buffering. Now I have 300 megs per second from Starlink. So I can watch my playback. I'm watching my playback on YouTube, on Twitch, and I see the quality on Twitch is pretty damn good. See what's the old buckethead that was in here earlier yelled right wing, what did he say there? Brain dead right winger. Simply because I got a picture that was taken by a left winger. Want to talk about the picture? I got some problems with the picture. My first problem is, why can't the DEI tackle an 80-year-old frickin' man and bring him to the ground? Yeah, is it really? Well, yeah, I got a 30-second delay in YouTube. I don't have a delay in Twitch. Yeah, the delay in the mouth voice is different. That shouldn't change. I sync the video on my end. You're all of a sudden a Twitch fan's like, holy crap, I want to be on Twitch all the time. Everybody else that kind of switches over to it likes the Twitch better than the YouTube. I think they like the Twitch better than the YouTube because on day one, you can. Did you sign up as a sub? Hold on. Gift a sub. By clicking below, you agree. Okay, pay that. I did gift it. You can still use your Prime. Hey, when Drew comes on, go use it. Go use it for creeps. And then we rotate. And what we're doing is like all of us have Prime. We rotate those subs so everybody gets the free month. We just give them to one another. Yeah, so we rotate it around. Yeah, we're sharing. We're in a union. We created a union. Yeah, hell no. YouTube blows. All of us have had issues with Google over the years, right? Me, longer than anybody. You know what? Let me pull this up because I don't think many people know the 20-some-odd year history of Don Larson and Google. Donnie Larson search engine. I'm going to Google it. All right. Oh hell, that's right there off the top. Very first one. Let me get a screen in here. Screen 2, screen 1, unlock. And then hold on, we need to bring that to the top so you guys can see what the hell I'm doing. Okay. I hope that's clear. All right. So I Googled my name and the word search engine, and the very first one, and it used to. Back to base, advance. They don't want people to see this freaking news article from 2005. May 11th, 2005, blah, 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 blah. So this is a long time ago. Remember, Google became a publicly traded company in the year 2005. Prior to this, me and a whole bunch of guys that they used to write about were building search engines. And Google stole a whole shitload of code from everybody and said, our dope smokers sleeping in cubicles are the smartest you've ever seen. Here's some guy that you never heard of. He invented it, and he's Asian, so you got to believe us. Now they stole shit, right? They just flat out stole it. By some search accounts, somewhere down here. And this is where it gets into the politics. What that one guy the other day was like, what do you know about politics? I'll tell you what I know about politics. I'm going to pull it right up from the news article here. I'm unable to process the information you've provided. Yeah, Google, quit listening to me, buddy. Unclear statement, that's right. How dare you? The logarithms, mathematical surety of neutrality. Though malicious can be found, sponsors linked to firearm dealers, Google's, Yahoo's, and other search engine gun retailers are non grata. And what that really come down to was Microsoft, which was Inkonomi, was the biggest search engine in the world at the time. It's a Japanese search engine. Microsoft was partnered with them. And item number 6 of the terms of service for Microsoft was, if you link to, talk about, or even insinuated that a site involving talking about guns existed, you were banned. I'm the freaking GunMuse. So you weren't allowed to talk about me. That was an insinuation of guns, even though we didn't sell guns on our website. We talked about the engineering and aspects, and more importantly, the long-term collectability of firearms. Something you could buy for $600, $700, $800, and it would be worth double what you paid for it in 5 years. That's what we used to talk about, and people loved me for that. I had 26 million readers at one point in time. I could start a conversation because I had no ads on my website, none, zero. I turned around and built code that you now call Google Maps, right? You know, you go to your phone, it tells you where your local store is about whatever you're talking about. We did the hard search for that. So we would put in a keyword into a news article about a gun we're writing, but we would pull up all the gun stores based on your IP address that were in your area, and we would show as an ad their phone number right there in our news articles, right? And do it for free. 286,000 dealers we had in our system back then. That way you would call and annoy them about a gun that I knew you weren't going to find, all right? I let them give you the bad news, and I give you all the hype and the wonder. You loved me, you hated them. Not my problem. Did a little inside baseball, how I did so well in the marketing. Don't be the bad guy there. Let me see if this has been rewritten. Certain viewpoints during the 2004 election. All right. What they're talking about, the certain viewpoints during the 2004 election, you will remember John Kerry, and he got swift-voted. As I said, I'd write an article, 26 million people would read it. I wrote an article about how John Kerry was full of shit on his swift voting, and I gave a whole bunch of background information to prove it. And we started, you know, the best information you'll ever get is a direct referral from somebody else, right? You got to start the rumor. Advertising just doesn't work. So we would start the rumors. True rumors, false rumors didn't matter. We never started any false rumors. We had too much good information. John Kerry, definitely unfit for command. You know, they would do those keyword searches, and they're talking about that in this article. And so they're talking about swift voting. And then when they called me for comment when they were going through it, and somewhere in there they got a direct quote from me. When I was talking about how the algorithms were mentioned. Hold on. Somewhere my name is. There's a reason you type in my name and look at this stuff. Did somebody rewrite this article after the fact? Because this is in Britain, surely. There's a reason you pull this article up when you look for my name. Or am I just... It'd help if I could blow this up. Tom DeLay. Oh, there it is. Gun advocates, though, insist search engines are indeed slanted. Anybody who now knows the internet knows that this is 2005, and they turned around and figured it out with Twitter, right? The Twitter files that got exposed proved that they were doing this stuff. I was 15 years ahead of time. You want to find out why they fucking hate me? This is why they hate me. I understand the math of the internet. I don't just go, I type in the search engine and dumb things come up. They don't get there by accident. There's an algorithm. And I can bust down a logarithm, which, for those people wondering about the Guns of Glory stuff, that's what I did for Guns of Glory, is I broke down the math. Don't worry, guys, I can't do that anymore. I really, if I can remember, I was having a problem remembering 4-digit numbers just a few months ago. With some brain exercises, I'm up to remembering a 6-digit number. I cannot do this big math in my head anymore. Yeah, so search engines, GunMuse.com's creator, 2000, Donnie Larson says search engines are silently pushing their political views within their search. Well, I was right. Where's my freaking trophy? I want a freaking, not an Emmy, what's it called? The Pulitzer, right? Maybe this guy should get a Pulitzer for just giving a quote 15 years before it happened. I used to have to argue with the National Shooting Sports Foundation that they were being screwed over by the Google getting into it. Google was giving away so much money in clicks, no one wanted to believe that Google was faking the clicks. So they were taking money from investors and shoving it at certain websites to promote their search feed, and they had this blending system to where somebody would get paid 2,000% more money than they really earned. But then they would put the Google up there. Then they turned around and did stuff like, you know, oh, just Google it, right? That became a phrase in the movies and the sitcoms and things like that. But Google wasn't a publicly traded company until this year. But all these things in these articles were stuff that we were doing with the magazine back then. There was a thing called the DMOZ.org, which was the very first search engine. I have been removed from that. They literally were not allowed by Congress to open it up because it was considered historical archive of the first part of the internet, and they opened it up just to pull my name out because anybody that was in there got better ranks inside Google as part of their logarithm. And when the 2010 Sandy Hook thing come around, they couldn't shut me down. I literally turned off the GunMuse website for 6 years, hadn't done squat, and then Sandy Hook took place, and I turned it back on. I made $30,000 the first day in just affiliate money. They couldn't stop me. And what Google was doing at that time was, because GunMuse was dead, they were sending traffic to the GunMuse website, the dead website, because I still was paying for the server. I just wasn't letting the page show. Who we got here, boss? Oh, hold on. User Space Baby, you're muted. Your sound's muted. Is he automatically? I don't know. He's broken. So we're doing that. Hold on. Let me get my stream stuff up because I got to turn off all this. Yeah. Okay. So you can see that's there. That's good historical content. Because I got people who were challenging me like, what the hell do I know about politics? Well, there's Nancy Pelosi. That bitch hates me. The state of California chased me for 6 years for income taxes after I left the state. That's how much they hate me. All right, turn the screen off. That's funny. Did you get the gift anyway? You almost can't find that article anymore. Phone number, verified phone number. They got all the spam links up there now, right? Because I've actually tried to go dead for years. Hell, there's one of my idle tool things talking about the ETH crypto being dead. I was 6 months early on the death of ETH. Raven will remember that one. We were doing lives that night when we were talking about the death of ETH. I was like, that's got to die. There was too much money in ETH for it to live. Yeah. I always dig into that. When there's too much money being made, it's not because they're doing a better job. Now we can dovetail that back into politics. The greatest fundraising day in political history, $100 million for Kamala Harris. How many times you heard that? Oh, wait. Wasn't it last week they said no one will give all the Hollywood donations that George Clooney raised? No one was going to allow the check to be cashed until they replaced Joe Biden. So they didn't. Hola, Airdream. The to-dos. Hola, to-dos. No essential nada para esta aquí. Man, I don't speak Spanish very well. I don't even read it that well. You just heard my Spanish. Man, if you're on a phone, I will tell you guys that are on a phone, there is a plugin for, I think you can do it for iPhones, but I know you can do it for Androids, called, I live in southern New Mexico, man. You got to bring your 8-year-old kid in to talk to me, man. Have your kid translate. Helps them learn English. I'm helping your family to be better. I'm just teasing. That's usually what happens, though. You know what I'm talking about. You've seen it. But there's a plugin called Microsoft SwiftKey, and it's the best translator I've ever seen for a phone. And it literally will translate in the text boxes you're typing into. You can go to and from. So you can type in Spanish and it'll print in English. Argentine, it'd probably do that. Hold on. Now we're gonna demonstrate. Oh, where's my glasses? I need my glasses to read things up close. I got 20/20, but not up close because when I had them put the pieces of permanent contacts in my eyes, I made it for far away. We want to go to YouTube. Wait a minute, are you on YouTube? Yeah, you're on YouTube. .com. Go to YouTube. Don't start playing shit. Holy crap. GunMuse live. Let's do that. See if it just brings it up. Oh, it just brings. Is this the real GunMuse? Hey, that's the one I'm on now. All right. Okay. So we need to silence that mother. Okay. So I go into my chat, and I'm going to translate. I'm going to translate English to. What'd you say? MESSI? Let's see if it does that. There's a lot of them. Woo! I don't think. What part of hillbilly Argentina are you in that they don't have that language? Is that Spanish or Portuguese there, AirDream? I don't remember. Argentina is Spanish. It's not Portuguese. Watch me be wrong. I just got to give my brain a little time to frickin' think. Spanish, Espanol. Hello, AirDream. This is the Microsoft SwiftKey app. Guys, that for your gaming guys. All right. So I just sent that. Or did I? Where's it at? Oh, send. Okay, so that automatically took English, translated to Spanish for me on the fly in the keyboard. Best thing ever for games, because you got those translators in the games that can put out bad information, especially if you have to talk to a Russian, because they will make a Russian sound so damn angry in game. That plugin avoids a lot of conflict. So, conflict creates cache, and that plugin avoids conflict. So if you're trying to not fight and argue with people, Microsoft SwiftKey is the way to go. Well, pretty slick, huh? It works the other direction too. You can click on something that's in the chat and have it translate to you. I don't know why Google doesn't have an automatic translator. And I really don't. It seems stupid that it's built into Google, but it's not even something they'll let me pay for. I would pay $100, $200 a year to automatically translate my chats to people's native language, but they don't do that. So, I would not pay a percentage of my video income. What is that a picture of? Right. Why do I have a picture? Google has a picture of the VFW down in Florida. Looks like they're having a yard sale. Oh, this must have been for the hurricane. Oh, well, you guys want to see where a bunch of your money went to for the gaming stuff? I forgot. Okay, I forgot about this. I didn't send that picture. Somebody else took that picture. I didn't even know that picture existed with my name tagged onto it. But that's where a bunch of your money. That's how the money was working before, guys. When you guys got to give the money to me, is it went to charity stuff. I'm sitting here looking at this picture in the freaking Google. I'm like, hold on. You see what I'm talking about? I went and looked at this. So there's a yard sale, but that was food and water for the hurricane. Yeah. It says yippee yippee ki-yay. Stuff we do without bragging about it. Right? That's what you got to do. Got to be humble when you do charity. Yeah, we can brag about it later when we don't remember that we did it. I don't even know what hurricane that was. I think we've done it for every hurricane. Always somebody. It works pretty good when we have like 2,500 posts and we only have to give up a couple $1,000s to make a big splash. You can put a $250,000 on the ground in a day fairly quickly, and without stressing too much. That's why the VFW is one of the better charity organizations. Now, I will tell you guys, the Wounded Warrior stuff and these other charities, I've never been able to work alongside them. I've never seen them where we're at in the story. That's just the truth. Take it from that truth what you want. I don't know where their $1 billion a year goes. I have no clue. I've never met somebody that got something from them. There's always some guy missing legs on the TV, right? That guy. But somebody missing legs gets $8,000 to $10,000 a month tax-free from the government. And gets a free house from Tunnels to Towers now because there's not that many guys missing legs when you get right down to it. That's why they're giving stuff away for training accidents and non-war stuff. I mean, they ran out of people to give money to. They just want a great big puddle of money, which I'm happy for. But stop going off mission. Put the money in something that draws some interest, or buy a business that makes money, or as you collect more charity, buy more bond interest, and then when there is a war, have the biggest puddle of money you've ever seen. Well, everybody likes Tunnel to Towers, but Tunnel to Towers is a bunch of contractors, firemen that tend to be contractors on the weekend, who pay themselves to build houses, right? That's why their numbers are so efficient. They're their own contractors. It's still a money slush fund. Don't get me wrong. It's going to good places. They're converting hotel rooms now for quote-unquote homeless vets. I might be living in one of those things before it's over. I'm not complaining. They're doing better than other people. Okay. But don't fool yourself into thinking it's as altruistic as you hope it is. Oh, it's for my brother. Yeah, well, you hired all your friends to rebuild the houses and build new houses, and you pay really, really, really good money to your friends, and so on the books it looks like the money's all staying in the charity zone. But if you're your own contractor, it does, even for those houses, it doesn't cost $750,000 per house to build a house. All right, just when you start looking at the books, because they're public, it sounds like normal retail sales. But when you're your own contractor and you get given the tract of land that you're building on, you get given a bunch of materials to build houses with, and it still costs you $750,000 a house to build a house. Got it, that's why they're paying off mortgages and they're rebuilding hotels and the things alike. And when you give a housing to a veteran in one of those hotel situations or those converted hotels, you get to collect rent from the federal government or the state government. Gives you rent money, which is how Acorn worked, Raven. Remember how Acorn went out there? They would buy up all these foreclosed houses, turn them into welfare houses. Then the HUD approved housing, and then collect $1,200 a month checks from the federal government for poor people to live in their houses that they got on discounts. We're just a charity. Tunnel to Towers is the conservative version of Acorn. All right. And all it takes is to be a member of that organization to go vote and say, hey, I think we're getting a little bit out of perspective. I'm a member and I do speak up about it. I don't think it's as far off kilt as some of the other charities I've seen. If they want to pay themselves premium money to build houses, I'm okay with it. But I also see all the videos on the TV, and you got to understand something about these asking the Disabled Veterans Association, which has been around 110, 20 years. I've never seen the DAV do shit. I'm 100% disabled. They ain't over here fixing my bathroom. What they will do is they'll send a paper weasel over here to find out what programs the VA will pay for, not they will pay for. Their money goes into bonds and keeps building more money. And then the heads of the DAV take vacations. We should meet in Vegas this year. I think everybody should have a $5,000 per diem to meet in Vegas this year. Not that ever happens, but you might look and see if that happens. Wink, right? That kind of stuff. I don't like it. That's why I do my own stuff. I don't even know where we give money to half the time. And I want to thank you guys. I got a t-shirt for the quality of streaming that we've done. We won a free t-shirt from Streamlabs. That's partially because of how many hours you guys watch what I do. And I think we're really close to getting a free hat. I do use Streamlabs. Drew does not use Streamlabs. Streamlabs is a little bit more of a pain in the ass to use than OBS is. And since OBS is free, there's more users using it, so there's more help. Yeah, it's the leader of our DAV here locally, Mike. Mike is one of the Camp Lejeune guys, and I mean he was deteriorating pretty bad. He's way faster than I am. We're in the same boat. I'm just 10 years behind him. But Mike was deteriorating, and he's our head of our local chapter. He got no help. It took him 7 years to get the VA to even admit that his legs didn't work, which is funny because the same thing's happening to me. Although she just left. The VA is trying to slowly cover up the fact that they threw me out the door. Wrongly threw me out the door. That now I get 36 hours a week of help. Because God forbid you pay my help that extra 4 hours a week and they get health insurance from the federal fucking government. Fuck you, Democrats. That's who's running this right now. And this program, and the lady that runs this program, I told her the day she showed up to do the home inspection, to see what I needed, how I needed it. I said, you do understand the VA does not want you to exist. And she goes, oh, no. Everybody loves the veterans. I said, okay. This is a new program for you, right? She goes, yeah. I said, you wait. I'm going to be right on this. I'll move a little bit this way. There we go. Now I can slouch. You know what I can do? I got a damn good chair here. Oop, wrong lever. Lucky, wrong lever. Woo! there we go. Oh, that's too far back. I got a gangster lean now. Okay, there we go. Yeah, the VA doesn't want this program to exist. And then they turn around, and since somebody's in my home monitoring me, I got somebody, that when I go to do my 6 months, I hate being at the doctor. It's 15 minutes. That's all you get by law. Is 15 minutes of care every 6 months. If you guys think the DAV is doing a good job, during that 15 minutes, she's taking care of her government mandated paperwork. All right. And the last time we were in there, I went in before, and I went to my what do they call, patient advocate, who's supposed to be my patient advocate. It's in the title, right? And when I went to my patient advocate, I told him, I said, I haven't gotten any care in 6 years. None. He said, oh, no. It was like, and then they brought the head of the pharmacy in there because I was getting pills. And she goes, and they're going through, and she's like, you've been the unfortunate victim of 17 failures in a row. I said, oh. So it's really hard to get everything right 100% of the time, and I understand that. So how hard is it to get it wrong 100% of the time? And then that just makes the room go silent when you rephrase the answer in the form of a question. You've been wrong 100% of the time. How hard is it to be wrong every single time and blame the patient at the same time? Because they kept blaming me. They don't know, because for a VA person, you've got to go pull through a Freedom of Information Act request the communications when they talk in chat messages from one person in the VA to another. That's where they talk shit about you. You can get a copy of that. Once you get a copy of that, it's a lot of fun to argue with your people. So I'm telling my primary care, I said, hey, you haven't given me any care for 6 months. Yeah, they don't like that at all. No, and she goes, oh, well, you've gotten this, this, and this. And I said, I went out and hired a private doctor and got a referral for that. I just made the VA pay for it. You, my primary care at the VA, have not gotten me a single referral in 6 years. Prior to COVID, I was scheduled for a surgery to put a brain stent in to lower the blood pressure exiting my brain, to allow more blood to exit my brain, because that pressure was building up. And then because of COVID, no care took place, and that's what made me go blind, was the pressure built up until it blew out the vessels in my eyes. I still to this day haven't had that surgery to lower the pressure that's heading to my brain to keep these blood vessels from blowing out. And they've blown out so many times now. Matter of fact, I can see that my left eye's blowing out a little bit right now. I got drops to put in to lower the pressure from the outside. And that's just to protect my eyes. And I try to explain to people like they don't know, because you got to explain things like they don't know, right? If you're blowing the blood vessels in my eyes, you're blowing the blood vessels in my brain. They're not too far apart. And the ones in your brain are a little weaker than the ones in your eyes. Anything that sees sunlight's thicker and tougher than stuff that doesn't. Just the fact of biology, right? If you don't believe me, go get your dick sunburnt. Tell me how that felt. It's not very tough skin. It doesn't see enough light. So they were pulling that crap at the VA, and there's just no way to stop them from doing it. Except for to catch them hot red-handed. So I've got a new neurologist, but I've got an in-home nurse now who's writing things down. So things I wasn't telling them, like the number of times a week I'm falling. How often you fall? Once every month, every 2 months, something like that. That's what I tell them. Come to reality is I'm falling about 4 or 5 times a week. I'm just good at falling. I land well. What I mean by 1 or 2 times a month is the 1 or 2 times a month that I can't get back up because I hurt myself because I fell like a freaking piece of lumber. That's what I considered falling, not just tripping over my own feet and hitting the ground. And then the reason I trip over my own feet is, sometimes my ankles don't respond. They don't straighten out like they're supposed to. And they'd been yelling diabetes, diabetes, diabetes over and over and over again. We don't cover diabetes. Diabetes is not a VA problem. What causes diabetes is a VA problem? We haven't gotten into that yet. And then what I'm going to fight next, my next big windmill with the VA, is the fact that I'm not allowed to donate blood due to mad cow disease because of the food the VA fed us. I am a universal donor, and I deal with a lot of charities. I help set up our blood drives, and I can't go give blood. And me setting up the blood drive, I should be the first person in the chair. So I'm not allowed to be the first person in the chair donating blood. And Hillary Clinton made a lot of money off cattle that she bought in Britain that were exposed to mad cow disease, got sold down to Mexico, then sold to the U.S. military so that they could have cheap military food, and then they made an extra $100,000. She supposedly only made $100,000 off her stock tip. Where am I? Down goes Frazier. Yeah. Man, I'll tell you, Raven, I was listening in the truck one day, and I didn't write it down, but there is a new supplement that is supposed to rebuild cartilage in your knees, your ankles, your elbows, all over the body. Actually build cartilage for the first time forever. Even if it was witch doctor stuff, I wanted to give it a try. Because my knees, man. Yeah, my knees are crap. I need surgery on my back. They either need to find the scar tissue, and they haven't been able to find it, that's somewhere in my lower back, and cut and do something on it to make. I don't know how cutting the scar tissue is going to make it better, but they need to find whatever scar tissue is there, work out a plan. I think that stuff they inject in your back to stabilize vertebrae, I think I need a little bit of that in between all my vertebrae, re-stabilize my spine, and I would feel a lot better. I think it would take I have two different problems with my back. I got the neurological problem, and then I got the physical problem, the mechanical problem. They cannot find the mechanical problem. I'll tell you what I use for swelling is turmeric. I put more turmeric in my chili. It helps, which is what's in the relief factor, by the way. It is more turmeric. Turmeric. It's what gives chili its smoky flavor. So you pour a little extra turmeric in your chili that you make, and I call it my cure-all chili because my knees feel good, my elbows feel good. Make it a little smokier with some more turmeric in it. The dirty little secret in most of those anti-swelling stuffs. And then another one that I use, Raven, is called gout control. Cortisone shots only last 60 days. And my understanding is, according to what they're telling me, I used to get cortisone shots from the VA. Okay? Then they took away the right of my doctor down at the VA to give me a shot. My doctor can't even give me a Band-Aid down at the VA. They've got to send me to the main hospital, 250 miles away, if I want a Band-Aid. No shit. And then they want to turn around and tell me that I can't choose which doctor I go to because I choose to go to Texas, which is 150 miles from here. Instead, I'm required to go to Albuquerque, which is 250 miles from here, because I'm in New Mexico and Albuquerque's in New Mexico, and they don't like it when I tell them you can't fucking read a map. Saves 4 hours in my trip to the doctor that day. Otherwise, when I have to go to Amarillo, it's an 8-hour trip, and I have to get a hotel for the night. I can't. After 4 hours in the truck, I'm down. When I go to Lubbock, it's 2.5 hours. Hour and 45 minutes if I take the back roads and set the cruise control in the truck at 120. Don't slow down for stop signs, that kind of shit. You can take some time out of your day that way. But I'm up to 2 tickets. Yeah, that's what I was on the phone this morning with. Was the one ticket I got in Texas? They'd stuck a trash bag over a speed limit sign. Then they gave me a ticket where the guy wrote down the phone number that I was supposed to call to find out how much I had to pay for the ticket. Nobody answered it. I left the voicemail. Nobody got back to me. The state of Texas sends me a letter, says, hey, you owe us $350. I'm like, I'm not paying you $350 for driving 5 miles an hour over the speed limit. And so I finally dug down into it. I got belligerent about this ticket. I'm talking to the Texas frickin' Attorney General about my ticket because this was a speed trap. It was like they were on federal land and they were going to have to share. But what they were doing was they're giving out a bogus phone number so you didn't pay your ticket on time. Then they report it to New Mexico to have your driver's license suspended if you don't pay it in 30 days of it being reported to the state, right? Well, what they report to New Mexico is the price of the ticket, not what the local frickin' justice of peace lawyer wants. Yeah, it was a trash bag duct taped over a frickin' speed limit sign. For a construction zone that was maybe 15 feet long. Dude, this was a boss hog speed trap. This county in Texas is the #1 speed trap in the country. It is well known, right? They got Highway 10. They got the National Forest on the other end of it. They get more people in speed traps than anybody else in the country. Yeah. Well, they write the wrong phone number down, so you wind up, so the local district attorney chose an extra $250 fee on top of your $85 ticket, right? Because you didn't show up to court. Like, well, no, he ain't getting his money. I got that letter, and I called. They sent it to a third-party company who hung up on me today. I love doing that. I made them cry. $284 was the fee from the lawyer. And they said, well, you owe that before you go to jail. I said, well, where do I report to jail? That's when they hung up on me. It is like, this is interstate commerce fraud. And it says, you might have a warrant out for your arrest. My name, and I told him, my name got thrown in a pile of other people who didn't pay their tickets. I paid the $85 ticket in full. I have a record of paying that ticket because I sent it from my bank in a registered check. That's how you do that shit, so you can always fight it later. My name's on some list, and some third-party company's trying to get money out of me. Take my name off the list. But yeah, and I told him, so if you send this letter across the line saying I might be a warrant, where's my warrant? What jail do you want me to turn myself into? I'll drive all right over today. I'll spend 4 or 5 days in jail. It's free food. I ain't got nothing better to do. I'm disabled. You're gonna put me. I'm disabled. You can't make me work the road. You're gonna have to put me in front of a TV somewhere. You're gonna have to feed me. I can go cost your county money. And ain't earning anything. And like I said, that strong arm tactic stuff. Yeah, they that's what they did, and I just wasn't tolerating it. I went to the Attorney General for Texas. Right? They do have Google Court, I come to find out. It was a valid ticket I got, and I got sent to Google Court over in Roswell, and then I meant to go back and ask the sheriff's department, did Google tell you how fast I was going in the construction zone, or did you use a radar gun? Because I had to speed in a construction zone because the guy next to me kept slowing down. So I gunned it in my truck and sped up to 55, which was the speed area was 55. I got all the way up to 55 miles an hour in a 55 mile an hour zone that they dropped to 45 for construction to cut back into the lane that was about to end. And the guy goes, well, we have a gradual taper. And then I had to explain the laws of physics to the sheriff, who said, well, I don't understand. We tapered the orange barrels going to the lane. I said, the first barrel in the lane is an object I cannot hit. So it doesn't matter where you made them look pretty, tapering out of the lane. I have to be out of that lane before the first barrel, or it cuts my truck like a knife. He seemed to not understand that just because you gradually taper the barrels over doesn't make the guy on the right-hand side of me get the hell out of my way. I either hit him or the barrels. I chose to drive like I'd always been taught to drive, and for some reason you can't do this anymore because they want to hold you to the letter of the law. Oh, you were speeding. I was speeding for the purpose of safety. I mean, that's not even a bullshit excuse. I could have jammed on the brakes and brought all the traffic in my lane to a stop, become the object that's in their way, just so I can merge over, and then who's the jackass? That becomes me. Instead, I gunned it and got ahead of the traffic, didn't hurt nobody. You come after me and pulled me over. Now all the traffic's slowing down because your lights are running on the side of the road. You're causing a traffic jam. You're impeding traffic. But Google Court, you can use Google Pay now to pay your tickets. Google, and I'm wondering if Google didn't tattle about me speeding. Whether or not Google, because that's what California's been talking about, right? We're going to put things in your car that's going to tell us when you curse or when you speed. And what do you think a phone's doing? It's listening to everything, monitoring you everywhere you go. Yeah. Oh, dude. They don't want you in jail, right? You cost money in jail. Like, nah, I'd rather go to jail. I ain't got nothing better to do, Judge. Let's argue about this. We can argue about this for a while if you like to, Judge. But I'll just rather go to jail. They suddenly let you go, but you're not even supposed to show up. I beat in the state of New Mexico the ticket for failure to have proof of insurance. Well, the proof of insurance now is liability by your insurance company, right? So if you cancel your insurance company is required to tell the state of New Mexico, who will send you a letter saying, send you to your license plate, your car no longer can legally drive on the road. When they pulled me over for a speeding ticket, and they says, well, do you have your insurance? I'm like, no. Do you have your insurance? I said, my insurance is on the back of this car now. You want to write me a no insurance ticket? Do it. We'll go to court. But I'm not proving that the insurance company didn't do their job, which is what they're asking me to do. And I won that case, and now they make you go see a judge to actually win the case. Because you walk up to the clerk, they won't dismiss it. You got to go get to the judge. So you're going to take a day off from work if you have a job. Yeah, I got nothing to do this weekend. There's no football this weekend. Can you get me a corner cell? Yeah. When my wife was joining the Navy, we got pulled over, and I had a warrant for failure to have insurance, a failure to appear on insurance, and I did appear. And they did arrest me, and I spent 2 days in jail before they transferred me back to the judge, who opened up the folder, and there was a copy of my insurance right there next to the warrant to arrest me for not having insurance. And all he said was, this is too old, I'm not going to look at this. Time served. And I'm like, Not even an apology for 2 days in jail because the clerk didn't do their job when I showed proof of insurance 2 years ago. Yeah. I get the defund the police movement because cops are stupid and they're being told to be. Nothing against the cops themselves, but unfortunately, failure to find a job and passing the police academy report does not make you an intelligent person. And they teach you codes, but they teach you the codes that make the money. They don't teach you to use common sense and that you're part of your community still. And I'm not talking about the kumbaya part of the community that they want everybody else to, you need to have a social worker show up. Screw that. You don't need the social worker to show up for this stuff. But the cops have been slowly removed from the community. I remember as a kid, they used to make us pour out the beer. They would never do that now. Everybody's going to jail. You're going to get an underage ticket, which is going to affect your insurance. And guess what insurance companies do? They give grants to police stations to meet quotas. It's not the cops who have quotas. It's the insurance companies to get overtime grants so that the cops can have enough money to live on by getting some overtime on the holidays. Without those grants, they don't do overtime road checks, driver's license checks. And they do those because one feeds the other. The guy that gets the DUI ticket at the roadside check, well, he's going to be paying $3,000 immediately, and his insurance is going to go up by $1,000 a year for the next 6 years. Yeah, it's not fair. Especially when we lowered that standard so low. Now there's a couple states that if there's alcohol present in the breath or the things, it's a DUI. It's not even that .08 anymore. Give me just a second here. I'm going to go to... I was playing with? That was the one I was playing with. All right. And my voice is up. Okay. My brother is Leo in Rochester, New York. North Florida, totally different approach. Well, yeah. Cops are dicks everywhere, though. My first major speeding ticket was in Florida on Highway 1. If you don't know what Highway 1 is, it's the beach. The sand. I literally got pulled over on Daytona Beach for going faster than 5 miles an hour in a dune buggy. Fuck Florida's thinking. Buy a 5-liter Mustang. How do you get pulled over? I should have just took off. But I didn't. I was just wondering what they did. They whooped me over, right? I pulled over next to them. You can't go that fast. I'm like, this thing only goes 15 miles an hour. It's in such shitty condition. Like, you can't do that. I'm like, what the hell? But that's because there's Highway 1, the place where people lay down in the sand. We'd gone down way past where everybody was to play on the dune buggies, you know. And I got man, that was like a $300 ticket. That was a month's pay back then. Yeah. Always a bad taste in my mouth. By the time I'd gotten out of the Navy, I had 17 or 18 unpaid tickets nationwide. Do you know Florida has 20,000 rapes during the spring break season? It's when I was doing the gun articles for SaveTheGovernment.com, when they were talking about stripping rights away from people under 21 to get a concealed carry, I decided to go deep diving on the number of women who were assaulted for college towns and college breaks and stuff like that, and the numbers are incredibly high. Because I'm a firm believer that a well-armed woman makes for polite society, polite men. They seem to go hand in hand. And why didn't I bring me a beer or something to drink back here when I didn't? All right, so now I'm going to walk to the kitchen. My feed's going to cut out for a second. Yeah. We're going to be out in the shop soon where we got the monster cooler again. Yeah. Lucky cat. Oh my God. Lucky. I can't feel it. No, yeah, what are you going to do about it? You know what I haven't done? So I got this new camera, right? Because it's supposed to be good in any light. That's not bad for being in the dark. Look at that crap. Man, I can live with that. Yeah, we're going to have the monster cooler out there. In the new things. They got all them protests in Washington. Chigger happens to be in Washington today. I'm hoping he can get away and get some video of what's going on down there. He better be careful. They find out he's a conservative black man. Them leftists are going to go nuts. They about assaulted that Fox News reporter today. Here's a question. What happens if I take my screen display personalization here, background, and let's say I change that light because I got these big screens. Why isn't there white? View colors. Just show me white. Done. There we go. Holy crap. Can you not adjust for that? That's terrible. Okay. Who knew the dark was better than having light in front of my face? And now I can't find the background settings. I just did personalization, background. Okay, bring that back. What if we just lightened it a little bit? Oh, now purple. Purple's terrible. What dark purple? Dark purple's terrible. Red's just horrendous, right? That's orange. Now I look like a redhead beard. What about a gray? What about a dark gray? I like the dark gray. That looks good. All right. How's that? How's that for being in the dark? Lights bother my eyes. I can look like the stalker. And I'll bet you anything I can do things like... Yes, I can. Deke. Alrighty. That's going to be good for gaming. So we got a new game there, Raven. Are you on Steam? Are you following me on Steam, Raven? Hold on. I actually think I can link the Steam link now. There's a whole bunch of crap we could not do way back when. Right? 2 years ago being the way back when. Alright, we're going to do something. Space Baby 3000, wake up. It's after midnight there. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. He ain't getting up. Zoe, kick his ass. She's tired of him being up all night. I need to leave him alone, not encourage him. Alright, guys. So... Right? Steam has improved. So we got games we downloaded for free. What did we download? Hold on, where's it at? Well, Hunt Showdown wasn't free. Where is the game that I was playing this morning? Called Dragonborn. No space. I don't know. I have no clue. Seems like Steam seems to be the place. I mean, there's things we can do with Steam, and then they're all using Discord, not TeamSpeak, and that's silly. Discord is terrible for audio. They're terrible for video. They're just free. And it's so hard for somebody doing things the right way to fight the way, right? You know, the way is not always the right way, and you got to fight the way to get the right way done. Yeah, like this, and then boom. All right. Can I just move the camera that way? No. I'll move the camera back here. And then I'm going to have to move my frickin' body. The put a white piece of paper up, run it, refocus. Thank you. Well, when we get to the studio, I'll have more space. I got to custom build a table to hold this stuff. I've never been happy with my desk. And I'm happier with it than with the computer desk. It's nicer. But I'm going to build a big L shape where we have a 60-inch screen like 3 feet from us. And then we're going to have to deal with that kind of light, right? But the whole point is to put the chat up like right there at an eye glance. Right? Well, I've got a TeamSpeak channel, man. You're welcome to come in here. Hold on. Download TeamSpeak. It's free. TeamSpeak 5 is pretty good. TeamSpeak's got a chat box in it now. A good chat box, and not just send a chat to one person. There's like a everybody that's in the channel type chat box now. And once I figure out how to export that chat box from TeamSpeak so that I get an XML feed out of it, I'm going to turn around and plug it into a web page somewhere and then make it a public chat box. That way we can control the narrative. Yeah, when I was out in the studio before, I had a 60-inch up above my head, so I'd throw all the chat up on the 60-inch, or if I was gaming, I'd have like statistics up all the time for knocking things down. Like in Age of Apes, I had some people going, "Oh, like how are you doing that in Age of Apes? Why are you so strong?" I'm like, it's not that I'm strong. I'm not strong in Age of Apes. But I do read the math tables. And in Age of Apes, it tells you, hey, you got a 30% advantage if you're defending this. So you make somebody chase you till you're defending something. And it changes the entire math table. That 30% advantage is a 30% advantage. I look like a god running around like that. I left my old server, and they don't seem to get it. They kicked me out of the Discord server. Didn't say goodbye. They're all mean and mad. And they're getting their narrative. The people over there just don't know they're being hustled. They forget that I've been around this for a long time. I know the hustles. The fact that I don't tolerate the hustles, I'm kind of happy where I'm at. There's a lot more women running the place, which makes it nicer. They're a little more polite than the men are. If you guys want to start Age of Apes, I've now been in my new server long enough to know that server 65 is a good place to hang out. And yes, it's an older server, and you're always going to be support role, but seems to be good, comfortable people that, they like to talk. I met them when I was kicking their ass. We had a big interstate battle, and the big player, King Kong, who is number 1 in stats in server 65, and I'm about number 5. But we went head to head, and I just chewed his troops up. And they didn't know how the bang buses work because I had bang buses. So it's my 3 marches in a bang bus versus his 5 marches he controls robotically. I don't even know how they do that. They're controlling 5 marches at a time. But he had to spend money to build 5 marches to fight my 3. And then I chewed down his 3 marches. Or chewed down his 5 marches, which just fills his hospital up. So he got hurt. Their RSS needs were huge. I would change a bunch of their tactic styles just so that nobody gets as hurt as they're getting. I mentioned that the other day just to see the dip the toe in the water. They're like, help us do better. They're just happy that I'm a strong shooter and a strong. I think I was number 3 or 4 on hitters, and I'm number 9 on the pilots, and I think I'm number 1 on the shooters, but we haven't done the shooters tournament yet in that server. But I'm pretty sure, because I have toys on my shooters they've never even seen before, and they're an old server. They go, "What the hell kind of turret is that?" I said, "It's a leaped turret." It's like, you can leap a turret? How far do you have to go to leap a turret? Like level 11. It adds an extra 1,400 damage to a shot that that was only doing 50 damage before. They call it a sniper turret because I like 1-shot and 2-shot things. And then because I got this expensive Eagle drop, the range on it's freaking phenomenal. I can shoot from off the map. I can shoot behind enemy lines. I'm a dangerous asshole as far as shooters go. I don't think anybody's gone as far with them as I have, and I'm about to make them stronger. I'm working on a new strength now. But then I've got to build up my hitters to make my bang bus stronger. Hitters are key to a strong bang bus. You can do all the damage you want to with your pilots and freaking things, but if it doesn't survive, it doesn't survive. And it shares damage from the 3 marches. So when the hitters are taking extra damage, which mine do, they take an extra 30% damage. Everybody's spreading that out. It hurts. But the bang buses win. And if I can drag your ass over next to my castle, I can hot heal. All I got to do is pull in, pull out, and I get brand new troops. And then you're way far away from home and all worn down. So my second round with the bang bus, I'm gonna kill those marches. But if you didn't see me dip in and dip out of my castle real quick, you're gonna think I just beat you straight up. But I cheated. I call it hot swapping my marches. Because I don't have to change any clicks. You know me, guys. I always know the advantage one way or another. It ain't much of an advantage in Age of Apes. There's no way to really game the system. You can't troll a kingdom like you could in Guns of Glories. All the rules that we had in Kingdom 592 have been implemented in the Age of Apes. All the matchup math that I used to have on the front of Roger's Raiders, all implemented in Age of Apes. That's one of the things that started an argument with me and the other guys in 101. They were turning around and telling me, like, oh, no, my buddy got me this list on how the matchup math works. Don't worry about it. He was shutting me up because he didn't like me. And I'm trying to explain to him, like, I wrote the matchup math. I wrote that math. Like he's always talking out the side of his throat. So I don't know what he was translating from. Everybody's side of his throat. I'm like, that translated that way for you too. I don't know what kind of hustle. I mean, I know what hustle they're running. These guys want the cost of jumping to another server to go down. And it only goes up with the strength of your account. So as you're making yourself stronger, you are making it more expensive to jump. And I tell them, it's like, it cost me $2,000 to get away from you. That's how bad I didn't want to play with you anymore. I was happy to give China, which I hate, $2,000 so I didn't have to listen to your bullshit anymore. I'm happy over here. Everything, we'll see when the fighting starts. These guys seem like they want to play. I mean, you get in these older servers, older kingdoms. They want to get, tangle up and do stuff. If you want to build a march, fill a march. Works the same way as Guns of Glory. The guy leading the rallies, you use all his stats. So I've paid for good stats. Others have paid for good stats. Like I said, you get to, and what's good about doing that is you get the. Hell, I landed in that kingdom. With I told him, I said, man, I'm going to jump next transfer cycle, and no one believes you, and I wouldn't have believed it was going to cost $2,000 to jump. Fuck. But I was already $1,000 into it, and I said, fuck it. Spent the other $1,000. Like, damn, I could have thrown a huge party down at the titty bar, or I could have jumped from one kingdom to another in a frickin' video game. Chose the video game. It's, what I should do is move this right here. And look at that. How much better is that? The other thing, I'm about to bitch about my chair. My new chair, GT Racing, loses gas, and I can't pump it up with my own butt. it keeps sinking. I'll keep winding up in low rider position, and I actually want that cushion. All right, so if I move it here, too far, there, and then I go like this. Look at that, I'm all squared away. The 64 inches of freaking desk space. You know, you got to line yourself up with the cameras. I should put the, look at that, because I used that dark screen on that monitor, it changed my color. Man, that's some bullshit there. What if man, I'm going to have to think about this problem. I want this to be, so those that are just coming in, I'm going to ask this question again. You see the picture of Trump with his his fist raised up in the air, right? Now I ask you, why can't the Secret Service take down an 80-year-old man? Just asking. Their job's to take him to the ground. There's the conspiracy right there. For some reason, that woman, who when you watch the live video couldn't find her fucking holster, that just pisses a lot of us gun guys off. Especially for a Secret Service to not be able to find her holster. That was some bullshit. I'd have had every Secret Service agent bent over doing draws and withdrawals while frog walking across the frickin' thing. Every one of them. And if you missed your holster 3 times, you're fired. Be glad I'm not your boss. Because I have never missed my holster. Ever. That is a good way to get yourself in some very, very serious danger. Not to mention you had other shit to be doing. Okay. If you pulled your gun and then decided you were supposed to tackle the president, let's talk about that. Were you supposed to pull your gun, or were you supposed to tackle the president? It was one or the other. You should have played that scenario in your head over and over and over and over again till you didn't have to think about what to do next. They do training still, and I know you go to that training. Now I'm going to forget his name. Colonel, that teaches the colors, right? The orange level. That people in those job descriptions should always be in a heightened level of existence. Your brain should be ready for what's about to happen next. How federal agents die is you watch it on camera. Some guy gets out of the car real slowly, starts bringing the shotgun up that they're going to shoot the federal agent with, or whatever gun, and then fires the weapon. And then when you time it, like you had every bit of time to pull your weapon and shoot him down. Why did you not? And that's because the officer didn't believe what he saw was really happening. That's part of what's going on there. That woman was not mentally prepared to be that Secret Service agent. She didn't know if she should have pulled her pistol because she heard gunshots, or if she, the gunshots wouldn't have been close. Your brain should have known that immediately. So your pistol was useless. Or was it her job to cover the president when shots are fired? She didn't choose between the two. So you got the one behind, trained. Exactly. Slow is smooth, smooth is fast, right? That's that job. The people that I know, that not my guys that the Secret Service agents, they're old hat guys. I mean, the 90s. And you can't get ex-SEALs to take that job. It's too. Well, think about what that job really is. You're going to listen to that same speech 500 fucking times. So it's boring until it's not. That's why you train, right? Yeah, it's not like going to combat. Okay, who's sending? What? Who's texting me and why? Do. Yeah, that's delivered. Oh, I forgot to pick up my Sam's Club order tonight. Of course, they wait till 20 minutes before closing, and it takes me 45 minutes to drive there. We'll do that in the morning. Yeah, so she can't take down an 80-year-old man with help. Then they had, if you guys haven't seen the video today, go to Fox News because they're going to play it for insanity. They got the camera of one of the police officers while he was up on that roof, showing the Secret Service agent. I need that video. I need to get that video and talk about that on a live, because I'm going to tear that Secret Service agent a new asshole, freaking in a video, because he was the police officer. Yeah, isn't this the guy? You know, he's like, well, here we got a picture of him when he was on a bicycle, and I was going, bicycle? I thought he had a car full of explosives. You know, how many vehicles did this little kid take to the Trump rally? Hey, Beagle. Heard you coming. How many vehicles did he take? So he had a car full of explosives. There was an IED. And then he had the bicycle that they caught him on an hour earlier. In other words, was the car sitting around for an hour full of explosives and nobody spotted it? But they had this police officer up on the roof next to the kid's body. Hey, girlfriend. You're coming up, huh? They're going to think you're vicious. I'm here to bite you. Say, I'm that kind of a dog. There you go. That's it. You're done. You're done. Bye-bye. So they had this officer up there, and you see on his lapel camera, he's trying to show the Secret Service agent. He said, "Isn't that the guy?" And they're holding it up next to the dead body. Yeah, that's him. Yeah, this is the video we sent you an hour ago when he was on the bicycle. But the sniper couldn't figure out where the bicycle went. You had him in a sniper scope, and you lost him. That means you stopped the president from what he's doing. Sir, we lost an asshole. Give us a minute. And then it should have been all hands on deck finding the asshole. Maybe go over to the people going, hey, the guy up on the roof's got a gun. That might have been a clue. And then they brought that video out today. And then the other video of ABC's on Hulu with that black reporter who's turning around, you know, doing her DEI review of Trump rally people. And the people were screaming and running. There was still a crowd behind her. They didn't scream. They didn't run. Even Trump turned around and says, I can't believe all them shots rang out, and everybody is standing up and pointing the direction the shots are coming at from. No one was running. There was only one scream from the live video. Then they dropped this other video from where the people were like literally 25 feet away from the shooter. Those people screamed. That gun's loud at that range. Against metal building, that'll blast your eardrums out. My gun will make you go deaf if I fire my AR next to a tin building. They knew there was a fox in the in-house, and they did nothing proactive. I don't even know if they knew the fox was in the in-house. It doesn't matter. It's somebody that you thought you were going to put eyes on, and you lost them. Yeah, well, I guess fox in the in-house, yeah. You didn't know he was going to shoot that day, but it's just somebody at that point. It's somebody that you thought was bad, and then you lost him and said, "Oh well, nothing bad will happen." You got to feel sorry for the firemen and their family. What did they get? $6.5, $7 million from the donations. I know we gave 5,000 through us from our little local group. Why is that the way it is? Refresh that chat. What did we do with that? Man, who all is in here now? Let's say hello. Man, where'd our little leftist go? He just come in there and gave one fucking shitbag statement and then ran? That's so wrong. We don't want Twitter. We want multi-stream. I'm going to refresh the chat again, because we don't know what the hell's going on. Yeah, this is and I don't even want to take, I mean, I want to simplify this down for people. That kid didn't do this on his own. No one is that lucky. I just decided to go kill Trump today, and wow, wouldn't you know it, it was the day no one did their job. Yeah, Slotburn, that was his name. That didn't happen. That kid died to keep his mouth shut. I can't wait for the dad to speak. The dad's wanting to speak. He turned around, he told Fox News, he says, our lawyers telling us to keep our mouths shut, but we will talk to you just as soon as he gives us the okay. And since he wants to speak to Fox News, the dad looks like a Fox News watcher. I want to know why the parents were calling the cops 1 hour before that their son was missing. And I think that's misreporting. He's a 20-year-old. You don't call because he's missing. You call because you know he's doing something. And if they called the police and said, hey, he's headed to the Trump rally with my rifle, holy shit, is everybody in trouble. The dad better watch his ass. The Clintons have a habit of freaking dropping bodies whenever there's a need for a cover-up. And everybody needs to remember Hillary Clinton is a co-owner of the Democratic Party now, because she loaned it money that she got raised when she was running for president. That $100 million went to her charity. She bailed out the Democratic Party. And now she gets a percentage of all the donations. Did we cover that? Did we cover that, Raven? Like, the $100 million that she got instantly was the money that was being held up until you got rid of Biden. That was the clause. And then they called everybody immediately, say, hey, Biden's gone, give us your check now. They didn't raise it because Kamala was there. They raised it because Biden wasn't. The vivid anti-Trumpers. And they needed to strike really hot before people started figuring out that the Democrats tried to kill Trump. Because that's the only way you're going to beat him. You can show me all the numbers. At the end of the day, the numbers they showed Biden to make him drop out, Trump was kicking your ass after they took a shot at him. I think there's enough senators who put a little fear in their pocket, both left and right, that, hey, if we're going to go down this road, let's bring back the assassination days, pre-Jimmy Carter. Because, you got to remember, all the assassinations were done by Democrats, not just because a Democrat died. You know, JFK. What is going on with my eyebrow? Why do I look Vulcan? Yeah. I think I'm having some weird freaking neurological thing going on over there. And I just happen to be looking at a camera today. It's like, why do I look like a Vulcan over here? Oh, that's some weird shadow because I'm in the dark. I keep creeping off screen, don't I? I don't know how that's happening. I looked at the live video, and that flag better have been really, really, really high up on a crane, because that flag's not in the live video. Seems to me like I've seen that flag on a crane shot in some other picture, and this iconic picture is not. And I don't remember Trump ever getting that high above the Secret Service agents during the live video either. But the guy that put the picture out is a big raven liberal, right? So the fact that he's a big raven liberal, let's see what that's terrible. Let me get this right back up in front of my mouth again. He's a big old raven liberal, and they tried to tell him not to do it. And I think he doctored the photo a little bit to make it a little more patriotic. What Trump did was patriotic. I mean, he did raise his fist to the crowd that wasn't running. How do you not get inspired when everybody stood their ground with you while bullets were shooting that direction? They stood with him right there. That's the message. I would run a damn 30-second ad that all I said was, the crowd stood with me. Thank you. I'm Donald Trump. I reinforce this freaking message. That's all I would do. Just run that few seconds, and then do a little bit of extra stuff for the crowd. Thank you for standing there. Let's go. Let's do this together. Something like that. It was inspiring. I was watching it live, so fight. Yeah. He was never as open and as exposed as what this picture shows. I went back over the live video. I didn't see where you could get this photo from. And it may be that he was down close, low to the stage. There was stuff off screen, off camera that you couldn't see because Fox had too close of a deal. But if you're taking still pictures, you got a really wide aperture, so then you crop out a bunch of crap later. But yeah, I'm a little suspect of how the lefty guy got his photo. Good for him, though. I was looking it up. I think he's already made something like $340,000 in revenue off the photo. Because he gets money royalty fees for its use. Like everybody wanted to use it. I'm not paying royalties. I stole it off the internet. I can tell for the angle he's low on stage. This was like I said, from the video you just couldn't see all the stuff. But from this video, what I can tell is, how come they can't bring that 80-year-old man to the ground? Maybe DEI hires don't work. I'm just saying. He's 6'4", he's 240, he's 80 years old, and you couldn't take him out at the knees. And apparently he was barefoot. He didn't lose his shoes until he got tackled. But I mean, come on, that's a good joke. Come on, that's a good joke there. You couldn't take that 80-year-old barefoot hippie down. Maybe you don't get to keep your job. Could you imagine Trump walking up the stage without his shoes? Or if he got up there, just took them off like Mr. Rogers. All right, we're going to kick this ass barefoot. Yeah, give me my damn shoes. I'm not walking to the car barefoot. Holy crap, watch everybody hobble as he gets a cockleburr in his foot, in between his toes. Like, oh, I'm down. It's a cockleburr. That's what would have happened if he'd gone without shoes. You gotta go for that scenario. Make sure his shoes are on him if he's got to walk across freaking gravel and grass. He's not going to be able to do that. Ouch, 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 ouch. The parabolic mic's going to pick up every freaking step. Or the people that couldn't take the 80-year-old man to the ground are going to have to carry his ass. And I'm betting they couldn't get it done. It's just funny. But Kamala's going to be hilarious over the next. I mean, because she's got so much stuff. I'm digging up videos now because I'm gonna go over a bunch of this stuff. I've got to go find out why Trump's VP Vance didn't go to the joint sessions today. Netanyahu gave a great joint session speech today. Yeah, the world was about to go on fire. I'll tell you one of the things that was happening that everybody started to realize was the head of NATO, the guy Trump told everybody, if you want the United States, they keep misrepresenting him. He wants to pull out of NATO. No, he said there's no point to NATO if we're the only ones paying for it, which was what happened when Trump came into office. And when Trump got out of office, we'd gone up to a whole 9 countries paying for it. And the guy that Trump had appointed and showed how to have power in NATO and gave them power from the United States to keep getting money out of countries, under Biden, they're now up to, 17 countries are paying their bills. And they're going, well, look what we did to strengthen NATO, and he wants to kill it. I'm like, that's not what happened. Trump said, pay your fucking bills or we're not going to pay ours. And then to hell with you. We're either fighting Russia or we're not. Pick one. That's basically what he did. And I agree with that. I don't see any reason to pay the bills so somebody else can have a military at our expense. We're not there to defend Europe. We're there to help defend Europe. We don't have to be. They don't border us. We don't get energy from them. They get energy from them, not us. The economics are not in our favor. It's nothing but an expense. I'm going to pull that back over to the other frame. Get and then I'm going to pull. Can I do this? How far away can I get in the dark and look that way, which is the wrong way? See, watch this. Now we're going to do. What are we going to do? We're going to go here, here, here. Because it's making me a little weird. I'm getting a little OCD in my old age, man. Right? Okay, there's that. Now I look like I'm looking at the chat. See? Get that little OCD done. Oh, okay, so there's that. Full display, yeah. I'm fairly certain, for those who didn't want Netanyahu's speech today, he praised Biden for, helping get the weapons that Israel needed. And at the same time, he tongue-in-cheek the fact that says, now if you could just get them to us faster, we could finish this faster. In other words, yeah, Congress approved the weapons, but we ain't seen none yet, which is the truth. It's like, oh, we sent over these weapons and that weapons. For some reason, Biden thinks he's smart enough to run a war. The man never. and we know Biden ain't making those decisions. It's 40-year-olds who spent their entire 40 years working for a college professor of one sort or another. It's all theory. There won't be no war if you don't have any weapons. There wouldn't be any there wouldn't be any violence if there wasn't guns. Well, that's not true. Calling gun violence just because a gun's involved doesn't remove the violence from it. You remove the gun, the violence stays. The reason for the violence stays. Guns are just easy, lazy weapons. They're handy. When USSR broke up, it wasn't part of the treaty. No boarding country allowed to join NATO or MI. That's true. Okay. We're breaking that because Russia wanted that, right? When it went to Russia, when the Soviet Union broke up, they wanted the ability to import it. And due to that, we convinced Ukraine under Bill Clinton to give up all of its weapons under a treaty where we said, the minute Russia comes in there, we'll be right there, buddy. Don't worry, you can go ahead and give up all them nukes and stuff you got in the Ukraine. They defanged all the weapons out of the Ukraine under the Clinton administration. And we promised under treaty to be their weapons, not weapon source. Marines are supposed to show up. And I'm of the mindset here that the way Trump's going to have to fix this, and I've actually been talking some smack with some people in some rooms. Some of the work, you guys will notice that some of the words that I speak come out of people's mouths the next day on the news. And I'm happy to let them steal them. But these are the words that aren't coming out of my mouth, that aren't coming on the news. And that is, if Israel wants weapons and Ukraine wants weapons, there will be a Marine holding them when they show up. Because if you don't do that, you will do nothing but feed weapons that will never go away. You put $1 billion worth of guns in the USSR or the Ukraine or Israel, those guns will be around for 30 years. You send frickin' 40,000 Marines, and they're going to bring their gun home with them. They put it on their back to carry it with their pack. Right? I want the little leftist liberals who watch this stuff later to understand that. You want Marines to go help. Take the weapons with them, bring the weapons home with them. None of this fucking Barack Obama bullshit where you abandon it because it costs too much gas to bring the tanks home. Well, they burn too much diesel. We just need to leave them in there. None of that bullshit. He did that with ISIS. That's why you saw frickin' rebel terrorists running around the news with very shiny Humvees and a terrorist flag sprayed on the side. We were joking the other day, and I'm not even thinking about joking. We were going to build a mock Toyota commercial, the terrorist choice, because apparently, everywhere you go, you see a terrorist hanging out the back of a Toyota with a gun turret on it. We were going to build a terrorist choice Toyota commercial just to run as a spoof in here. So it's one of the things we're going to work with Chigger. Chigger has to learn how to do some film editing. He'd been running podcasts, but so he's familiar with the computers. As a kid, he's more familiar with computers than I am. But I'm going to get him into some film editing because I don't want to do it. I'm lazy. That's why the gaming platform is going to be, Chigger plays a game and I sit on another camera drinking beer. That'll be the interesting part of it, right? Because there's politics in gaming, so we're going to bring some politics. We're going to bring the politics out and expose the politics of it. But at some point, the leftists just give up because they have to run away. We couldn't keep that one kid in here because he was going to get his ass handed to him all by himself. He needs somebody to reinforce his ego. I try to be gentle on him at first. That was a bright idea. Which one? Oh, send the Marines in. They have to understand that they take the weapons with them, they bring the weapons home. Otherwise, you're going to have those weapons are going to be there for 30 years, and another war is going to break out somewhere. I'm going to be buying them at a freaking Baghdadi freaking flea market. I'm going to be picking up AR-15s for freaking $50 a pop at some Baghdadi flea market and working on getting them shipped back to my house. I'm allowed to travel to the Middle East again. I'm getting my passport cleaned up. I was forbidden for travel to the Middle East for a while. I was a high-risk target for kidnapping. Germany builds the last if maintenance is done. Japan won't maintain them. Oh man, World War II Japanese guys were horrendous though. Well, an AR-15 does not do well without maintenance. M16s, they're terrible without maintenance. They don't take long to freaking gum up and stop shooting. That's why the AK is so popular, is because any moron can shoot it and they don't have to clean it. But if you flood an area with your bought AK-47s that you can pick up out of freaking Turkey for $35 each, and that's the weapons you're going to wind up giving the Ukrainians. When you do that, those weapons will be there forever. Because they're designed to last forever. They're cheap. They'll be there forever. You need to put AR-15s in there. You need to, you got to send them with Marines. Send the Marines in there. Otherwise, you're going to get piles of weapons. Because your goal there should be to stop the war. The way you stop the war is you kill the motherfuckers that are causing it. End of story. Putin is not going to stop until he gets a warm water port to the Mediterranean. So either Putin dies, and you have to deal with whoever takes over his oil company, because whoever that name is in the future, same problem. He's got to get to a warm water port. And he's now filthy freaking rich every time the price of oil goes up when a Democrat's in office. He's going to buy his way into politics. The corruption in Russia is pretty bad right now. Mercedes versus Toyota. Man, what's his name? Richard Marcinko. You know who Richard Marcinko is? He created SEAL Team 6. He went to prison because he bought Mercedes armored vehicles to run around in Baghdad. And they really wanted him to go to prison anyway because he was embarrassing captains of ships and submarines. He would sneak on nuclear submarines and take pictures hugging nuclear missiles and shit to prove that they weren't secure, which was his job. When he worked for Red Cell, that was his job, was to break into places you weren't supposed to be able to get into so that they can prove security. And they sent him to jail under false accusation of stealing money because he bought German rebreather systems for his scuba gear, which were the best in the world at that time, German weapons, which were the best in the world at that time, and they were SEAL Team 6 was a special forces unit that didn't exist. No one officially said the word SEAL Team 6 until Barack Obama broke the top secret seal and said, "Oh, look what I got SEAL Team 6 to do." Buddy, that was your personal execution force. You send them in to kill somebody and make the problem go away. They're designed to be in and out in under 45 days. That way you don't break any federal laws about starting a war. And Barack Obama opened his mouth. SEAL Team 6 now exists. Now I see in movies like SEAL Team 7. I'm like, well, there was always SEAL Team 7. I think there was like 13 SEAL teams now. A good movie on Amazon. It's The Terminal List. It's a series, not movie. It's like 9 episodes or something like that. It's got the guy that played the hero in Guardians of the Galaxy. He plays the sole survivor of a SEAL team mission, and it's a good movie called good series called The Terminal List. Who are these people who are texting me this late at night? It's at 8 o'clock. It's like, hey, we'll see you tomorrow. It's Sam's Club, probably. It is. It's Sam's Club. Freaking texting me again. Well, it's too late for you to pick it up tonight. Well, I get this Bill Murray voice in my head like he's about to wash my balls. I wrote some news articles. Can I find that real quick? That didn't get published. One was them parking Humvees next to Iran. Did you watch The Terminal List? That was a good show. My nurse manager called me and says, "Oh, I thought of you," and then I'm like, "Well, you thought of me about some guy that goes on a paranoid killing spree?" Thanks. But it's funny. She calls me to ask me what I think about the politics. She started watching the news and paying a little more closer attention than she had in the past. And part of it is I told them about them wanting to fail the program that their company has built themselves around. I'm like, their goal is to make sure these people fail. So you've got to help them not fail. Matter of fact, they're now questioning me. It's like, how do I go to get somebody to transfer to the other state like you did? And I'm like, that starts the workup all over again. It's more or less, and this is one of the things where I need to go ahead and say, I got to go train you so that you're telling people what you see. And what they really need to do is they need to donate some time to the veteran to go to their house to help them, and then do write-ups because they're authorized to see what's bad, just like they did with me. So anybody that's in that's in that industry, or they think they need help with a veteran somewhere, you've got to file reports that they can't ignore. It doesn't matter which doctor says this is bad. Get a doctor to say it's bad and send it to the VA. They are forced to act. Work the system backwards. Do not try to get the VA to admit something is wrong. They will not do it. But you can go get any doctor to admit something wrong. Then the VA is forced to deal with it. I literally had this. Okay, so I had the Bluetooth chip surgically implanted in my spine. I still have the VA thinking that they didn't do it, that they didn't pay for it. The bill got sent to the VA. It's like, well, I don't have any of those reports. That's not my problem. Thanks for the frickin' tuning. I go in once a month. I'm like, I'm going to a pain management person. That's once a month I go in there and retune all my electrical stimuluses and the amount of codeine that I'm taking. I'm on high doses of codeine now. Hydrocodone. We're going to have to step it up here at some point. I'm trying to avoid that day. I hate taking pills. But I'm very wired since I had a pill. Yeah, so I thought I'd come and do a live. Maybe mix a little beer with it next time. We'll just have ourselves a party. Be one of them times where I pass out of the chair while the stream's going. That's never happened. You'll never find that video. Maybe. It might be in somewhere in the lives. Okay. I'm boring the hell out of people tonight, apparently. Raven, you just come in here because you do. Raven, were you in the military? Gotta wait for that delay. See, we need you over on Twitch so you don't have that delay, man. I'm going to pop another live back up like really shortly after I close this one out, because I'm going to try and get my Twitter to go live as well. My goal here is to get everybody chatting on Twitter as a universal chat stream and boost my Twitter profile a little bit. Honestly, I think Elon Musk is doing a better job than Trump is with Truth Social, just because he had a great big head start with it, and he's cleaning up the stuff over there, and I kind of want to support my internet. Elon Musk is doing my internet. You know, I'm getting 300 megs per second out in the middle of nowhere. Oh, you're an Air Force brat? Yeah. DC wouldn't sign off on me. You know how sad it is that I wound up in the military? I had a top secret clearance that I wasn't qualified for. I had too many jail stuff, too many traffic tickets. I counterfeited money when I was 14, and I still wound up with a top secret clearance. Just shortly after my 18th birthday, I got a top secret clearance. Yeah. I'll bet you can get in now. Do you know you can get in up to the age of 60 now? That's how bad recruiting is. Yeah. That's the Kamala way, baby. You're going to have people who can't qualify for Social Security yet, but can join the military tomorrow. The DEI, that military. You know, if your goal is to put targets in front of your enemies, that's the way you build a military up. And that seems to be the goal quite often, you know. So, I'm going to kill this stream. I'm going to start another stream. Ignore it because I'm only going to keep it live for a few minutes, then I'll delete it. I just want to check the Twitter. Hold on here. Let me do something in this stream. And that is, hold on, Twitter. Oh, why was that in caps lock? I don't want to caps lock that. Twitter. Crush my. All depends on the job, man. The waivers all depend on the job. Yeah. Yeah. Hold on. Let me go get my Twitter feed. I'm gonna have to start promoting that, right? Not Twitch. Twitter. Is it really x.com now? x.com/ There I am. You sexy freaking motherfucker. Alright. And then I gotta go find my live stream. https:// Alright, for anybody that's there, there is my Twitter. And let me click that. Replace the pin message. Alright, so it's at the top of the chat now. And it's just Donnie_Larson. You will know it's truly me because you'll see me standing in front of a very expensive nuclear probe. A thermal neutron porosity probe for using nuclear material to measure oil downhole. I do a lot of stuff with nuclear materials. I don't know why my brain shrank, my spine all shriveled up. We can't figure that stuff out. That oddball exposure to shit, you know. I'm oddly still certified to frickin' move nuclear materials around in my own vehicle. Yet I can't can't get a job. I can't get permission to get a job. They will pay me so much money to do certain stuff, and I've said, just pay me, I'll go hire an assistant. But they won't let me do that. They won't let me hire somebody to be my hands and let me use my brain. You want to talk about screwing somebody over in the American Disabilities Act? I am the poster child for being screwed by Social Security and federal government's freaking disability stuff. I am capable of doing stuff still. I just need somebody to be my hands, or two people to be my hands. You pay me so much that I can hire my own staff. That's the money I used to make anyway. If I could just go back to work for 5 years, I could make $5-7 million. Which would make me happy. But you can follow me over there, and then I'm going to try and stream live and get a couple talks on that. Wow. I hope that birth date isn't for everybody to see over there on Twitter. I'm trying to clean up the people I'm following. I don't know how I'm following 1,369 people. I really don't. I started digging through it, and it actually got hard to unfollow some people. People have I didn't realize I knew that many people. But there's some spam in there now, or people have taken over accounts. And I'm seeing this a lot on a lot of my social media feeds. Some of my friends have died, and then whoever gets issued the new number winds up getting a text to log into the old person's Twitter account or whatever, or their Facebook account, and then turn that into frickin' social media bullshit. Ain't nothing like seeing a 14-year-old girl that's taken over the guy that died because half his brain was gone. Yeah, that's fun for me. So there's got to be, and maybe we'll talk about that one day, about how are we going to stop that, because that's going to get worse and worse with time, right? It's going to have to be stopped. Let's stop it now. Let's stop it before it gets out of control. You've got to have some type of system where you can't just get issued a new phone number from the phone company and a text logs you into their old social media accounts. What I mean by this needs to be fixed is there needs to be death certificates automatically filed with social media companies to terminate accounts immediately. Facebook has a system in Facebook and Facebook alone. I haven't seen it in the other places, where when I die, my wife can take over my Facebook account. And then she'll send you a little message that says, "Later, fuckers." It says, "We're sorry to tell you today that GunMuse is dead. He was recovering from drugs and alcohol. He'd been clean for at least 4 hours. He's gone now. Later, fuckers." That kind of shit goes out there. Dick with him a little bit. Gotta have a good dick with him. Write your own obituary, man. Don't let somebody else write that thing. Have some fun. I do have it in my will, my own obituary. I got a few jokes. I'm gonna have a joke headstone. I'm gonna have a few jokes for the obituary. Gonna have some fun with it. Can't take the money with you, right? Spend it on a little. The funny thing about it is, like the gravestone, I'll wind up I'll be photo bombing other people's photos for eternity. That's the kind of thing you got to think up when you want to put shit in your will. I'm going to photobomb so much shit. All right, let me get my Twitter set up, or X set up, and see if we can start streaming on there. We want to get a little bigger up there. It's still a big platform. It just had about 80 million fake accounts. I can't believe Elon Musk's lawyers can't get a big chunk of the money he spent after he agreed to spend the money, and then he ran the "Is this real?" after he got in there and found out that 80 million of the accounts was just fake. That was a devastating blow. He knew he wasn't going to get his money back. That's why he's pissed off at him. Be a new meme. Be the new meme. Yeah, that'd be the way to go. Like I said, we're doing a gravestone that we'll maybe revise it with time, but I'm doing one that I want to be people to stand next to, take pictures, that kind of stuff. We live in a part of the country where people do go out and peruse graveyards like tourists, which is weird. Yeah, so you got to have one that stands out in the crowd so that they'll walk over to it. Then when they read it, they go, "Oh, I got to get a picture next to that. I don't want them to just take a picture of that." And because I already have my name carved in granite down there at the Veterans Park. They got a big honor thing down there at the Veterans Park for us. So where they sell bricks to the veterans, and then I bought an entire stone because it was like 16 bricks on one stone for the monument for the walkway. I bought the entire stone, and then I put my whole family on one. So my wife's on there, my dad's on there, my two grandpas are on there. My brother-in-law who died in Afghanistan's on there. That kind of stuff, all in one spot. So it's and then we got some future things going up there. We're going to do some history on it, and then I got some memes on it. Like I got some good pictures of me, my two grandfathers, and my dad, all at 17, getting our enlistment photos. We're all 17 years old, 4 different generations, right? And we all look alike. It's like, yep, you can tell they're the same family. The only my mom's dad looked different. We all look like the same person. And it's usually a very I'm gonna like putting my grandpa Larison up there because it's normally a straightforward looking, serious look that they make you take for a military post, and he's got this big grin. It looks good. You'll see when you see my grandfather, the girls go, "Oh wow, he was a handsome motherfucker." What's happened to you? We're gonna get in the Twitch one day, and someone's gonna offer me a shitload of money to shave off my beard on Twitch. We're gonna make them offer a whole bunch of subscribers, but we're gonna have to have a big audience today. We'll shave it live on the freaking video one day. Until then, I'm gonna let it grow. I'm gonna let it keep turning white. I'm gonna be Gandalf here shortly. All right, man. Raven, glad you're here. Whoever else was on YouTube, appreciate you being here. And have a Premium X account.
elected, will you be supporting change in dietary guidelines? And then how do you plan on implementing the changes so that people effectively change their diet?
Yeah, I mean, and thank you, Carol, for your work on the question. I think of the point that you're raising in a broader context, which is that as a nation, we actually have to have a real priority at the highest level around what we do in terms of health and treatment, because we have this problem in the nation. And we can talk about all of the questions in counseling, and we can talk about the amount of sugar every day, we can talk about photos, we can go on and on. So the answer is yes. But I'll also say that
Where's my Jake dog?
the balance that we have to strike here, frankly, is about what government can and can't do around training and sanctions, and then banning certain things. I mean, just to be very honest with you, I love food service for China, right? I mean, I just do, and I think that, but there has to be also what we do in terms of creating incentives that we will do.
What's up, baby? I'm a good girl. Ah.
But what do you support changing the dietary guidelines? The food pyramid. Yes, reduce red meat. Yes, I would. And this is a very sharp president. People that I've talked to say he's as sharp as a tack. He's fine.
When you say he's sharp, there's not a problem. He's sharp. He was sharper than anyone I've spoken to.
The president is sharp and he is tireless. He is sharp
As ever.
And he's fine. All this right-wing propaganda that
What are we not doing correctly here? Refresh chat. Let's go with that. Alright, if anybody's actually seeing this, which I doubt, okay, I don't see... Let's do that. What is the statistics of that? Impress 5 impressions? Well, wow, we're going to have to really step that up. Wall Street Apes, when people are following what... Yeah... Well, I'm getting impressions here. But what's it streaming to? I don't see where it is.